Good morning. Welcome to Texas. Welcome to Austin. Welcome to the University of Texas and the Eder Harbin Alumni Center, a beautiful building where we think is going to be a great place to have 2 days of genuinely meaningful discussion and learning. So on behalf of the Association for the Study of Peak Oil and Gas, USA, the Cockrell School of Engineering here at the University of Texas, the University of Texas Energy Institute, as well as the McCombs School of Business, as well as our sponsors, Pubco, M. Gottlieb Associates, All Earth Renewables, Ravenna Capital Management, and Springer Science Publishing. I'd like to welcome you to the 2012 ASPO-USA conference. So I would like to welcome the president of the Association for the Study of Peak Oil and Gas USA, Jim Baldauf. And before you stand up, Jim, Jim, as of yesterday, is actually now President Emeritus of ASPO-USA. Jim is not just the president, he's one of the original co-founders of this organization. He has held this organization and gotten to where it is today. And we're going to talk a little bit more about this tomorrow, but I just wanted to recognize that Jim is really, we're going to be celebrating Jim in different places during our 2 days together. But I'd like to have him reflect on where we've been and where we may be going and how it's come to a point where he finally may be able to be a special representative of the organization and not have to herd cats on a regular basis as he has been. So please welcome Jim Baldauf.
Well, thank you all for coming to the University of Texas, Austin, Texas, my hometown, and for the what is this, our eighth annual ASPO-USA conference. Being here on the UT campus in Austin, where I live, brings back a lot of memories. In the year 2002, before ASPO, we had a peak oil colloquium here on the University of Texas campus that featured some of the same people who are going to be with us this weekend. Professor James Kenneth Galbraith was a panelist at that colloquium. Professor Robert Jensen, journalism school, was a panelist. My old comrade in arms, Roger Baker. There's Roger. Roger, stand up, say hello. This is Roger Baker. Roger is an advisory board member with ASPO-USA, and soon before we had our first on-campus colloquium, Roger and I and a few other people were arrested right down the street in front of the governor's mansion, George Bush's governor's mansion. We were having a peaceful news conference out there, and Governor Bush was running for office. For president, I guess he was going to show the nation how he dealt with them protesters. So they threw us in jail. We sued them and we won, making Roger Baker and I the only people who have ever beaten George W. Bush. It was a freedom of speech issue. And we not only got monetary damages, but we had it written into law that henceforth that the Texas Governor's Mansion and the public sidewalk in front of it fell under the provisions of the United States Constitution. So we like to think that we restored the rule of law to the Texas Governor's Mansion. So we had this colloquium in 2002. We were just sort of learning about peak oil. I learned about peak oil from Roger Baker, actually. A couple of years later, on the strength of that colloquium and perhaps my arrest, I was invited to be a co-founder of ASPO-USA in 2004. 2005, we had our first conference in Denver. 2006, in Boston, we had a midnight ride for peak oil in Boston. 2007 in Houston, had a huge conference, a lot of industry participation. 2008 in Sacramento. And it's interesting that I think during the week of our conference, oil reached $147 a barrel, and recession was officially declared. And some of us saw a connection between those two events. 2009, our conference was back in Denver. 2010 in DC. We sort of officially moved our headquarters to DC. 2011 DC, 2012 here in Austin. Now, over the years, various members of our leadership left and started other projects. Other leadership came on board, and we've tried to expand our board. And in fact, can I ask the board members who are with us at this time to please stand and be recognized. Peter Kildee, Dave Room, Tad Patzik, Art Berman, Dick Vodra, Bob Hirsch, let's see, Ron Swenson. Who am I missing? We got Dick Vodra. Where's Kurt Cobb? I want to mention him, even if he's too shy to and we have also gotten Jan Muller and Ray Long to join us as our first actual paid staff. You know, Jan and Ray is somewhere probably out there working. So it's been wonderful for me to hang out with you guys and try to understand this energy picture, as so many do much better than I. And we are so pleased to pass the executive leadership of this organization on to Professor Tad Patzik of the UT Department of Petroleum Engineering. Let's have a hand for Tad Patzik. Thank you all for the opportunity to work with this organization for 8 or 9 years, and for the opportunity to keep working at a lesser level of activity, hopefully, and enjoy the conference. Thanks, George.